Hello, welcome everybody. By the way, I'm Paula from New Zealand. I'm actually in New Zealand and it is now nearly 10 o'clock Monday morning for those that don't know. So let's just get this banner started. Okay, so welcome everyone. Everyone will be automatically added to the free list as they arrive in chat. So please only type your question once when I ask for it. Okay, thank you. Now, don't forget VIP status. Donations will take priority. Means you get more than just the 2 cards that I'm doing for the free readings. Don't forget. Okay, so the list is, so welcome, Eldonna, Gabby, Amazing Fruits, Intuitive Chosen One, June, Alexandra, Mira, and Kashish. And then the last one, of course, is Lady Pegs. Okay, so I've just been typing up the list, so just put a minute to put it in. Okay, so questions I want to start with. Let's do, first we'll do Eldonna, Gabby, and Amazing Fruits to begin with. That's what I start with. So Eldonna, Gabby, and Amazing Fruits. Then I'll do, once I've done those 3, then I'll do Intuitive Chosen One, June, and Alexandra. Then I'll do Mira, Kashish, and Lady Pegs. Oops, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I spelled that. Lady Pegs. Okay, so that's going to be the list. So this is who I want questions from to begin with. Eldonna, Gabby, and Amazing Fruits. If you can put your questions in, that would be absolutely awesome. Now, I may not do the questions completely in order. This is not saying that it's just who the question's going to come in to play here, because I want to sort of keep moving quickly. So I really need your questions to come in as I do each 3, as I go through them. So yeah. So I really want to try and get everybody's questions done. Now, it's only those in the first hour, and then I'll spend about half an hour or so wrapping up after that. So whoever's in the first hour is definitely things. So Eldonna, Gabby, then Amazing Fruits, and then Intuitive Chosen One, Dune, Alexandra, Mira, Kashish, and Lady Pax. Right, Eldonna. Anything I need to know at this time? Let's do the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. Right, anything? Okay, let's take a nice deep breath. Clear the air. Whew. What's important for Eldonna at this time? What's important for her to reflect on? What's important for Eldonna to reflect on? Okay. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is all about making, sorry, 7 of Coins, not 7 of Cups, got brain dead here. 7 of Coins is all about what do you truly want to bring into your life? What decisions and things do you actually need to make to bring what you want into your life here? Okay, what do you want to bring into your life? It's all about reflecting, thinking about what's important to your journey in many ways. It's all about nurturing yourself. It's all about not, it's not about taking care of other people. It's all about nurturing your own emotions, your own sense of well-being. What do you want to bring into your well-being, your sphere of life, your path? What's really important to you right now? And it is about nurturing. I feel it's very much about nurturing your own emotions and what's really important to you right now. So that's what you've got to focus on. Focus on what do you want to bring into your life? What do you want to allow into your life at this time? Seems to be really important here. So I'm just going to put the fan on, otherwise I'm going to boil again. I don't know why, as soon as I start doing the readings, I start getting super hot. Whew. Heat all of a sudden arrives. That fan going. So yeah, Aldonna, really important for you to focus on what you actually want to bring into your life right now. What do you want to, how do you nurture your journey here? So that's super important part of the process. Okay, next is Gabby. Okay, so I'm waiting for Amazing Fruits question and Intuitive Chosen One, if you can type out as well. Okay, thinking about questions. Okay, you've asked a yes, Gabby, you've asked a yes and no question. Will Chris reach out? So you're asking a yes and no. The cards are not really going to give you a lot of information when you ask questions like that. So it's what do you need to know about what's happening with Chris? It's your thing. So will Chris, I'm either going to get a very strong yes or no. So what do you need to know, Gabby, in regards to this situation? I want you to think about your questions, guys. Think about questions that start with, read the bottom of the screen. It says, take a moment. Think about your question. Be empowered. How can you improve your journey? How can you move forward on your journey? How, what, and why? Post questions. Okay, I feel very much like you're dreaming, like things are not, it's like things are causing you a lot of worry, a lot of stress. It feels like you're out of alignment. So will he reach out? The answer is, in this case, I'm feeling like you're going to be waiting for a long time. No. I feel like this is not going to go the way you want it to. It really does bring you out a sense of worry and stress and sense of just whole out of alignment situation. Will Chris reach out? No. I feel like you're just not getting the there. Right, so questions from Intuitive Chosen One and Dune and Alexandra. What's coming towards you in December? Let's do the very Amazing Fruits. Okay, what's coming towards me in December? What's important for Amazing Fruits for December? What's important? Yep, can I have your question, please, Intuitive Chosen One? Intuitive Chosen One, your question with Dune and Alexander. If you're here, please just type in your question for those three. What's coming towards you in December in Amazing Fruits? Let's have a look. Okay, it's all about taking a moment to take a pause. I feel like there's some news arrives. Something arrives for you in regards to news. It feels like you've got an announcement, or like something comes in, some information comes in for you, and it causes you a moment of pausing, a chance for you to reflect on the goal that you actually want to achieve here. I feel like there's a lot of things about deciding what your priorities are, what's important to you. Amazing Fruits. Feels like you've got a lot of coming towards you. It feels like you've got some announcements coming, you've got some news, you've got a sense of some information coming in that's going to cause you to take a moment to pause and find out what your priorities are. Really work out why you're or what you're juggling in regards to your well-being is really important here. In regards to your emotions, Okay, so yeah, definitely feels as though you're just going to be, there's a moment of pausing because of the news that arrives. And you're going to ask you to sort of work out what your priorities are in the situation for December. Okay. So questions I'm looking for from June, Alexandra, and Mira. What's the energy around CS? A friend. Let's have a look at the Rider Tarot in this one. Oh, flew out. It's interesting. So 9 of Swords, there's a lot of worry and stress around the situation. Seems to be a lot of worry. Trying to find a sense of understanding in the situation, a breakthrough, a sense of being able to sort of move ahead from that stress and worry. Seems to be a lot of stuff that's sort of worrying, or a lot of stress about the situation that's going on at the moment. And so there is that sense of, feels like the holding something, waiting for that breakthrough, waiting for that understanding to come through here, that new beginning in regards to a creative project, something creative, so something new coming through. So there is a lot of worry and a lot of stress going on here, Intuitive Chosen One. There is a lot of stress and worry in the situation. So yeah, definitely feels like there's a lot of worry and a lot of stress, but there is going to be a sense of understanding being breaking through. It does give you a sense of understanding to the situation. Just take a breath. Take a breath. And I think you'll get your sense of clarity. I just feel like there's a lot of worry, a lot of stress about things. I think about the whole thing, it just feels like it, you know, you said, what's the energy? The energy, the base of the relationship is all about the worry and the stress. Okay, I feel like there is a sense of the whole, you've got the energy around towards you. There is that worry and that stress about the whole thing. Right, so my list here, let's have a look. So June, Alexandra, Mira. Questions? So what's for 2023 for finances? Let's do the before tarot. So what does 2023 hold? Good fortune. Feels like good luck. And there may be a need for you to sort of stand up for what you believe. Financially, I think it's very important that you stand up for what you need in regards to your finances. You do what you need. It's really about doing what you need to do for your finances. So obviously, it feels like the next year will be better as long as you do. It does say that you'll have good luck, that things will sort of move in the right direction. There will be some challenges, of course, and it's all about you sort of deciding what you want to do in regards to your finances. I do feel like there's a lot of needing to sort of stand up for what you truly want in regards to your finances, do what's really important in regards to your finances as well. I do feel overall that it'll be better, but what you do with it is totally up to you. Right. So my list at the moment, Alexandra and Mira. Alexandra. Moon Baby Tarot. What did John like about me? New beginnings. Breakthrough. I think there was a lot of thought, breakthrough, understanding, maybe even a okay. Felt like, what did John like about you? Here we've got the Ace of Wands. So I do feel like you've got an understanding within yourself. I do believe there is, you do have an understanding. It's about finding that inner peace within yourself. It's very much about finding that inner peace within yourself. I think you find yourself you're at such a crossroads with everything that's going on. You need to find that understanding about stuff yourself. I think you just need to just sort of getting a very okay, let's see, what do you need to know? Okay, heartbreak. Interesting, because I just had to do these extra cards here because I feel like it's not going to be what you want. Okay, it's not about, you've got to stop worrying about how he feels about you and start celebrating your life. I think this is heartbreak here. So I just needed a bit of clarity in this situation, which is why you've got the extra cards, Alexandra. I basically feel like you need to have an understanding. You need to find an inner peace within yourself. Stop. It's not what you want. Okay. He's not what you want. It's all about you celebrating yourself. It's all about finding people that are like-minded, being able to sort of move through that process. Stop worrying about John. It feels like we're going around in circles here. Okay, I feel like you're at a real crossroads within yourself. I feel like you're being, I want to say, pulled back and forth in regards to this situation. I feel like there's a lot of emotion going on here. It's not what you want. It's not, this is not good for you. It's definitely doesn't feel, with the Three of Swords here, it's a bit of a heartbreak, betrayal type card. Does feel like things are a disappointment. They're a bit of a sorrow sort of energy, and you've got this chance to actually celebrate who you are and spend time with quality people that you're connected with. So I really think you need to sort of let this go. I just get this feeling of just take a breath. Take a breath, Alexandra. Take a breath. Okay? Take a breath. I just felt like I needed to. It's getting very anxious about it, feeling like you're at a crossroads, unsure. I feel like you need to have an understanding that it's time to let it go. I feel like we're going around in circles with this question. It's time to take a breath, Alexandra. Time to let it go. Time to recover. Time to celebrate who you truly are, instead of worrying about how someone sees you. Okay, I just need to let that go. Just a minute. time to move forward. Right, Kashish. I think that's next on my list before I do my next list. Kashish and Lady Pax. And then I'll start the next list. Kashish. Let's do Hocus Pocus. Okay, Lady Pax is the last one here, and then I will start the new list, guys. So you'll have to give me a moment while I do the next list. What's coming next in, so what's next in your relationship? Okay, we get direction. We get contemplating about the direction you guys actually want to move into. Make sure you're going in the same direction. It's about communicating that you've moved in this, you're moving in the same direction here. Ooh, be careful about being chained to the situation, chained to what's not important to your journey. Feels like you're being sort of restricted. I feel like a sense of restriction. It feels like there's a need to communicate here. I just don't know if you've been communicating about your Kashish. I just don't know if you've been communicating about your relationship, making sure you're moving in the same direction here, because I feel like there's a being chained to the situation. I feel a very strong restriction to the situation here. So I think you need to breathe a little bit and just have a look at what's actually going on with this relationship. I think you need to do a bit of, I want to say, soul searching here. Look at your beliefs. It's quite important here in regards to what's expected of you. I feel like there's a need to communicate anyway. It does feel like there's a need to communicate, because I do feel like you're getting chained into something that you don't really want. Okay, so I think there's a need to communicate. Everybody's automatically added. I will just have to go through the list in a moment and see in the order. Right. I'll do your readings, AB, after I've checked through and see who's on the list. Okay, I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. What's the next step for you professionally? Okay, there's a lot of movement going on for you. Okay, it's all about your desires. I feel like things are moving quite quickly in regards to the direction you're moving into. It's all about looking at your skills and your abilities. That's what's really important for you in regards to your profession. It's very much about making sure you look at your skills and your abilities, because it feels like things are going to start moving quite quickly for you with the Knight of Flowers here. It's all about moving quickly, moving fast in the situation. So you're moving very, very fast as you look at your skills and your abilities. So I think it feels like things are moving really, really quickly for you in regards to your profession. Okay, because it's all about your skills and your abilities and what you're capable of achieving very much about what you're capable of achieving. That's really important in regards to your profession here. Okay, it really is about your skills and your talents, your abilities, and believing in that. I think you need to really believe in your abilities, and things will move quite quickly for you. Okay, it's about believing in yourself. Right, let me have a look at this next list. Okay, so let me just get through from my list that I just finished. So if I've missed you on the previous list, can you please, I think I've done everybody there. Right, that was the list that I had. Right. Okay, so next was, yep, ZB, you're next. ZB, cup of tea. Yolanda. Heart happy. Right, Shirley. Misha. Favor. Oops. Gorgeous. Okay, Miss B. Oops, I didn't spell that one right. Miss B. And Ms. Rag. Right. Right, so if I can have, right, questions. So this is the question, this is the list. So if I can have Kapite's question, Yolanda, and Heart Happy, then I'll do Shirley, Misha, Favor, Gorgeous, Miss B, and Ms. Rag. Everyone will get their questions answered. You just got to type them in when I ask. Thank you, in order. Right. I want you guys to think about your questions. Think about what empowers you. What enables you to actually move forward on your journey? What do I need to know? What do you need to actually know in regards to so Kapite and Yolanda, please. Kapite and Yolanda, if I can have your questions. Karen's current feelings and thoughts about me. So how does Karen feel about Zabe? Zabe. How does Karen actually feel about Zabe? Interesting, because I get the King of Cups. And King of Cups is about not sort of like not really showing your emotions, not showing the emotions. There might be a lot of kind and caring type energy, but not really showing their emotions, not really wanting to go full hog into it, feeling very reserved about their emotions, or feeling very reserved about their emotions, indeed. Thinking about what do they truly want. I think they're still trying to decide in what they actually want in their life. I don't think there's any sort of clear decisions yet. You know, they might be kind and caring type of person, but they haven't really decided in what they actually want to bring into their life, what their thoughts and feelings really are. I'd feel very unclear about it. Okay, so it feels very much as though, yeah, they're not quite ready to sort of make a clear decision. They're still trying to decide in how they actually feel. Okay, so next on the list was Kapite and then Yolanda. So let's have a look at Kapite. Did see you up here. Oh, you want to do a past life thing? That's completely something I don't actually deal with in regards to this type of reading. No. Were you Marie Antoinette? That's something that I would not say a yes to. What makes you feel as though you were Marie Antoinette? It's interesting because I keep getting drawn to, funny because I keep getting drawn to the tarot of Cleopatra. Not that you were Cleopatra, but just that the Egyptian connection is definitely there. But were you? Just don't feel like there's going to be a very clear answer in this situation because it just doesn't feel. Were you Marie Antoinette? It's not something that I would normally answer. Not without, because that's only not in this type of reading anyway. Not with the tarot. Be more about what energies do you bring in from the past. So let's have a look. Okay, so I asked whether you were Marie Antoinette in your past life, and basically I get 6 of Wands, which is about battles and struggles. So there was definitely some battles and struggles before you created the success that you had in your life. Interesting. Horse riding. Just trying to think of what it. Ace of Cups, new beginnings. Okay, were you Marie Antoinette in the past life? You'd have some sort of connection to her. I don't know what makes you think that. It definitely feels like there was some struggles or some things. Success. Definitely new beginnings. I feel like you're carrying that energy. I just don't get. Okay, what's this about? Right. Okay. There's no card going to fly out. I feel like you're carrying around that energy, not necessarily because it's what you perceive. It's sort of making you move forward with that energy. Just not getting a very definite. I definitely feel like you're carrying that energy, but not necessarily Marie Antoinette herself. Definitely feel as though you're carrying that energy. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're carrying around her energy, not necessarily that you were her, but it's definitely something that you've got in your head and that you're carrying that energy around with you. It's sort of giving you that sense. I don't know if that's your perception. You're definitely carrying her energy around. I don't think you were, but I don't feel as though you were, but I'm definitely feeling like you're carrying that energy around with you. I feel like you need to sort of feel like you're carrying that energy around with you, cup of tea. Okay, you're definitely carrying that type of energy around, that sense of things happening quickly, that things are moving fast, the struggles, the success in the moment, that sort of new beginnings, that love energy. But I don't feel it was actually Marie Antoinette, but it's definitely that type of energy. You're definitely carrying her energy with you in some way. Okay, so next, Yolanda. What's coming towards you for 2023? Oops. Let's get the Chinese tarot. I do not want. What's coming? Whoa. What's coming towards you? New opportunities. Definitely feels like these new adventures. Okay, we're getting a few extra cards pouring in here. But you've definitely got some opportunities coming. You've got some adventures coming. You've got some possibilities here. It's all about your inner strength. And again, you've got a sense of things moving quite quickly here. It does feel like things are moving in the right direction, that things are going to be moving quite quickly here. But it is about you're going to use sense of endurance and stamina through the process as you take on the new adventures, the new possibilities. So I feel like there's new stuff coming for you, but it's all about using your inner strength within yourself as things move quite quickly for you, Yolanda. I feel like there's a lot of stuff coming towards you. Okay, heart happy. How the cashier lady sees you. Why do you need to know how the cashier lady sees you? I don't get that question, but anyway, let's do the rider. Okay, how does the cashier lady see heart happy? Right, how does the cashier lady see heart happy? Right, let's have a look. How does the cashier lady see you? Like a fish out of water, basically. Youthful energy, youthful, emotional. Someone who's got the world at their oyster. The world's their oyster, that anything is possible for them. They've still got to get out into the world. Okay, just feels like your youthful energy, youthful, emotional type of energy here. Okay, feels like you've got the world's in your hand, that anything's absolutely possible for you. Okay, so yeah, it just feels like they might see you as someone who is emotional, youthful type of energy, and that the world's your oyster. You've still got a lot to learn, a lot to discover. Complicate. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just don't feel, I just feel like you've got, the world's out there. I think you got a lot more to see, a lot more to discover, a lot more to learn. Oh, feeling very heavy energy at the moment. Let's just take a nice breath. Everyone needs to take a bit of a breath at the moment. I want you guys to think about your questions. Yeah. Cool. Just think for a moment about your question. Whew. Have a look. So I've got Shirley, Misha, Favor, Gorgeous, Miss B, and then Ms. Rake. So this is the order that I'm doing at the moment. And I will see how I go with timing. I'm still trying to decide. Just gonna take a deep breath. Right, Shirley. Let me type it. Let's have a look at Shirley's question. I saw Shirley's question up here. Okay, so Shirley, you want to ask a question? Right, Misha. Okay, Shirley, Misha, and Favor. I only do the names that sort of show up in the chat in the order that they show up in. So, Mirror, you may be after Ms. Rack. Because I do it from that list there. Yep. Okay, so yeah, Mirror, it didn't show up until you typed that in. So I'm just looking to see who's here, who's typed in a question. I'll just do what I can see in this. Yeah. Okay, I found your question up there. I'll go through and flip. I'll go through all the questions before I finish up anyway. I always go through and check. Always scroll back and have a look. Want to know about my life partner's personality. How will my relationship with him? I'm so worried. I've always been cheated by every other guy. I had a painful journey. Well, it's about you learning boundaries, Misha. Straight away, that's the first words that came into my mind. It's all about learning boundaries. Sometimes we get given stuff that's difficult so we can work out what we don't want, not just about what we want. So we're not going to look at life partner's personality because you've got to go through your experiences, whatever they are. So what you want to know is what's your life, what's possible in regards to. Okay, 2 cards popped in. First one we've got about celebrating life. Okay, but I also get about celebrating yourself. I think it's about you acknowledging you. Think about yourself. Forget about every other guy in the world. Start celebrating yourself. I get this about celebrating aspects of yourself in this way. That's what I've got here. It's about celebrating you. Okay. Once you can celebrate who you are, you will attract someone in your life. It's all about someone who is youthful, got enthusiasm, got drive, motivation, but not yet the experience of life. So it's all about celebrating yourself. I feel if you can celebrate who you truly are, you'll bring in someone who is creative, who's passionate, who's got the drive, the motivation to connect with you. Someone who's quite fiery, dynamic energy. But it's all about you being able to celebrate yourself. I think you need to connect within yourself who you are. I'm getting a lot about celebrating self. That seems to be really important. If you can just celebrate self, deal with the, whatever healing you need doing, it's all about you celebrating you, and then you're going to bring in this energy that's really positive here. Okay, so it's all about celebrating you. If you can connect with yourself, have a sense of wholeness within yourself, I feel like you're joining all your aspects together, celebrating who you truly are as an individual, then you're going to be able to be ready for whoever comes into your life, someone with passion, with creativity, with the sense of enthusiasm and drive in their life, someone who's quite fiery and dynamic. Okay, but I feel like there's a lot of needing a lot of self-celebration. Okay. Okay, next question. Favor and Gorgeous, Miss B and Ms. Rack. And then I'll do Mirror. I can just do what shows up. I just do what shows up in the chat. So, Favor. What's T's current feeling towards me? Let's do the Smith weight. Six of Cups talks about the past, talks about being nostalgic. So whether he's feeling about something about the past memories. And then you've got Judgment. So you're wanting to know how T currently feels about you. Feels very much in the past is affecting him. He's thinking about the past in some way. Feels like there's a sense of resurrecting something from the past. Judgment is about resurrection. So it's about resurrecting the past. So I don't know what that thing happened in the past or something. It feels like he's trying to, something from the past is definitely affecting him. Okay, something from the past is definitely affecting him. And whether that's actually about you or not, just feels like something from the past is definitely affecting him. Feels like he wants to resurrect something from the past. That seems to be where his focus is. He's more focused on what happened in the past and whether that affects you or not. Have to remember, sometimes people are so wound up in their own little worlds, they actually are not thinking about you personally. Hi, Y, how are you? Hi, Yeek. Right. I'm going to have to close off, guys, soon because I've got things I need to do today, so I can't be on all day, of course. So what does my spirit guides want to tell you, gorgeous? Let's have a look. Let's use the... I want you guys to think about your questions. Be empowered. How can you move forward on your own journey? How, what, and why? What does my spirit guide wants to tell you, gorgeous? Let's have a look. Using the Māori Tattoo Tarot. So what does your spirit guide want to tell you? Let's have a look. Oh, something with your emotions. I'm getting a lot of, definitely a lot of, I feel like there's messages coming in, trusting your intuition here. I know it's the chief here, the chief of gourds and the warrior of gourds. So it's very much about your emotions. I think it's about acknowledging your emotions is really important here. Now, your spirit guide really wants you to acknowledge your emotions. Think, dream big. Think about where you want to be in regard to your goals and your dreams here. Very much about what are you not dipping your toes into emotionally. Feels like you're not sort of allowing yourself, you're sort of putting your emotions to one, you know, maybe not dealing with your emotions completely. So I'm sort of getting like you need to sort of deal with your emotions. You need to acknowledge how you're actually feeling, but about dreaming big, about where you want to be, what's your goals. Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of movement. It's not a fast movement, it's not super slow, but it does feel like it's a steady pace. Yeah. Okay, gorgeous. It's very much about allowing yourself to look at what's your dream, what's important to you, why are you not dipping your toes into your goals or your dreams? That's something you might need to think about there. Miss B, you're next. Right. Okay, so you want to know what the connection with this person is. What's the connection? Let's do the Native American Tarot. What's this connection? What's this connection with P? What's the connection with P? It's interesting because we get the words like define. It's like you're trying to do, like it's something that sort of feel very, doesn't feel quite right in a way. A sense of resisting. That's what it is. It feels like there's a resistance in some way. That's why there's an intensity, because it feels resistant. Like it feels like you're pushing up against something that's not quite there. There's sense of perseverance, sort of keep going sort of energy. But I'm just getting the sense of like it just doesn't feels like there's resistance to it. Feels like resistance to the situation here. It is about nurturing emotions. I think it's very emotional. I think you need to be careful you don't let your heart rule the world or rule the situation. Don't let your heart. I think you need to sort of take a breath, take a moment to sort of breathe here. Mirror, I'm going to do your reading shortly. You just have to wait until I've finished the list, and then I'll go through and create the next. Just give me a moment to breathe. Everyone will be added, okay? Because it's not quite, the hour's not quite up. So as soon as that hour finishes, everyone that's come in will be added to the reading. Okay, so Miss B, I feel like there's a resistance there. There's something sort of pushing against it. Like, even though you might feel like there's a connection and it can be quite intense on your side, I feel like there's a resistance on his side. I feel like there's some resistance to the energy and stuff. So it's very important that you sort of nurture your own emotions, but be very careful you don't let your emotions get overwhelming. I feel like your emotions are getting overwhelmed by the situation. I think you need to take a breath, take a step back. I'm actually feeling like I need to sort of just get a little bit more information here. I just haven't got, it's sort of giving me half a message here. So just give me something else to, what else? Oh, there it is. Feels like something's been taken from you. You're feeling a little out of control. You feel like something's actually been taken from you because of this intensity on your side. So this is why I get, you need to find your own strength. You need to start focusing on yourself and stop letting this connection from the past. It could be a past life situation that you might need to deal with. Okay, it could be a past life connection, but you need to find your inner strength. You need to find what you're focusing on and what's important here. Yeah. Okay, so you need to just sort of take a breath for a minute. Okay, it could be a past life connection and why you feel like there's this resistance. You feel like you're drawn, but then there is a resistance on his end thing. Feels like something's being taken from you. So you need to just sort of take a breath and look at what you're focusing on. Because there's some things in life you cannot control. The only thing you can control is yourself. Okay, the only person that you can really have any strength with is yourself. That's really important here. Oh, Manuel, thank you. You obviously sent it straight through PayPal. You sent a donation through PayPal. I'll have to go through. That'll give me a different, I have to go through a different page. So just give me a minute. Oops. Right. So Miss B. Okay, so that's really important for you. Just to take a breath for a minute. Look at what you're actually focusing on. I think you need to start thinking about your own journey there. Right. Manuel, you donated. So let me just get into PayPal. Sorry, this is going to take a minute. I have to go through a bit of a process here. Let me just do this. Because if it goes through Ko-Fi, it shows up. So okay, brilliant. Thank you very, very much. Wow, okay. Okay, Manuel, your question. Cool. You're welcome, Miss B. You're welcome. Right. So I have a donation here from Manuel. So Manuel, your question is up here, is it? Okay, so no question yet. Divine timing. Okay, so what's going on with divine timing? What's happening? What's your connection with divine? Let's really sort of dive deep into this with, what am I going to do? Let's have a look. Trying to work here. Yeah, you did. Cool. Yep, I went through. Thank you very, very much. Muchly appreciated. One decent reading here. So I'm just trying to work out what, I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go chakras. Ooh. And with the chakras, we're actually going to go, should we do color cards here? And I also want to do, where are you? Crystal card. Guys, I'm just doing donations at the moment, so you guys are going to have to be patient and wait, and I'll see how I go with timing. Okay. So let's have a look here. I've got a donation that I'm doing at the moment, so you guys, everyone's going to have to be a little patient. Take a breath. Think about your question. Think about what you truly need to know about moving forward in this life. What's important to you right now? What's going to allow you to actually improve your life, to be empowered? Okay, what's important? Okay, divine timing. So what's important to Manuel right now? What's of value to their divine timing? What's happening with divine connection? So you want to know what will become of you and Kerry. You're both Aqua. So what's happening? What's the foundation? Okay, so we've got Queen of Coins here. So we've got the sense of business, being firm, being organized energy. Two of Coins feels like there's a lot of juggling going on. There's a lot of trying to work out what is important, what's priorities here. You've known each other for a few years, for a couple of years, yeah. Okay, so there's a dissatisfaction with what's actually been going on. Feels like there's a dissatisfaction. You're missing the big picture, not quite seeing what's going on with the whole thing. Just feel like there's some new beginnings coming up. It was smooth until you made it official. That was the new beginning. That was the new beginning. Okay, it felt like it was a wealth of abundance here. I'm just having a look and seeing what you're actually getting through here. So let's bring that up so you can see the cards. Feeling alone. Feels like there's a lot needing alone time is quite an important process in this. I'm just having a look and seeing what I'm getting overall. It's just going to take me a minute to walk away. Feels like there's somebody walking away. Alone time, walking away from the chaos. Trying to get a sense of, trying to cut away the confusion. Trying to get a sense of clarity. It feels like someone's drifting. Someone's moving away from the situation. Trying to deal with past hurts, dealing with trying to survive the difficult times. Sense of Nine of Cups can be also about that sense of sort of, I feel like they're sort of separating themselves from what's going on. Yeah. Just trying to get an overall picture here. I feel like there's someone moving away from the situation. Someone's definitely isolating themselves. Definitely feels like they're trying to get a sense of clarity within the situation. Trying to look at, I keep getting the separation, even though I've got 9 of Cups here, which can be like a wish fulfilled. But I'm also getting like a separation from them, behind something happening behind the scenes. Feels like feeling like they're going around and around in circles here. Feels very trying to work out what's important. It definitely feels like something's walking through. So even though it felt like everything's really good, there's that wealth of connection, that everything's got that sense of new beginnings with the relationship. Definitely felt like everything was really, really good. Okay, but then I'm getting this separation. I'm getting this drifting away energy. Okay, I feel like something's drifting. Feels like they're trying to work out what they truly want, what their wish is. And I feel like they feel like they're going around, they're spinning out of control. That's what I'm getting here. So yeah, it felt like everything was really good, but I do feel like there's a separation going on. I do feel like there's a disconnection in some way, but it does take a lot of a sense of wishing, a lot of emotional stuff to work out. There's a lot of decisions to be made in this way. I don't know if it's you. I feel like somebody's disconnecting. Whoever is disconnecting from the situation. Do you feel like they're disconnecting from you? Can you tell us any more about the situation? What does Manuel need to know? What does Manuel need to know? Just remember. I think it's all about the reaction. It's about moderation, not sort of reacting in an excessive way. I'm sort of getting that there is a separation. So I don't know if you're feeling like you're separating, you're disconnecting from the situation, or they are. Only you will know that situation. You guys have got to use your own intuition in this situation. You guys have got to be able to use your own trust in your gut instinct. I think a lot of times it's about trusting your gut in the situation. How you choose to react is going to be really important here. How you choose to react in moderation. Don't be too excessive. Take a deep breath. It's about you using your own intuition, using your own knowledge of the situation, trusting in yourself. Look at your heart. Are you grounded in the situation? Are you grounded? Are you using your gut instinct in the situation? Are you listening to the messages that are coming in from within you? So you've got to trust in yourself in many ways here. Look at what you're actually reacting to. So what color card? I think you need to spend some time outside, definitely connecting. And enabling you to trust, again, I get that sense of trusting your own intuition, trusting your own knowledge with your experience. I get a sense of very much about trusting in yourself. I think there's a lot of doubt coming in. Yeah, I think you need to trust in yourself. I think you need to protect yourself as well. I feel like you need to create a sense of things. Okay, cool. I think you need to trust in your intuition. Also stay protected. I think you need to protect yourself as well. I think there's a need for boundaries. The Wheel of Fortune can be about, you know, keeping your heart in balance here with the 2 green cards. I feel a sense of like keeping yourself in balance with your heart is really important as well. Yeah. People grow and develop. It's how you can accept that growth and ability. You know, life's ups and downs. How do you choose to move through those challenges? The Wheel of Fortune can be about acceptance of life's ups and downs, that there's going to be some challenges, and how you move through them, how you make the decisions to move forward is going to be really important. Yeah. So hopefully that sort of gives you a sense of where you're at. Yeah. Okay. So it's given you quite a lot. If you want, the best thing to do is to come back and re-listen to the reading. Get a chance. Come back and re-listen to the reading. Oh, Yolk. Thanks for the donation. Thank you. Best thing to do is to come back and listen to the question, listen to the answer, the cards again, and take a moment to sort of take a breath. Right. Oh, let's have a look. Right. What's your question? Looks like I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to see what I do after I've done the donations. I'll see how much time I've got. Sorry, guys, I can only do so much. I want you guys to be, you know, I am on again in a couple of days. I'm on again Wednesday and then Friday. So you can always check out the, let me just go into ending soon. Which means I'm going to wrap up what I can. Okay, question is, will you encounter any issues from work? Let's do work. Let's do tarot familiar. I'm just going to get the echoes of nature. Oh. Well, you guys have got to communicate. I think there's a lot of things you've got to do before that decision, Manuel. I think there's a lot of stuff that you've got to work through before you can decide. You have to trust in yourself. You have to communicate. Make that final decision yourself. That's something only you can decide what you want to do. The universe is giving you free will. You have to remember you've always got choices in what happens. And things can change. Future's always fluid. Okay, so what's going on here with your work? Any issues? What's going on? What issues are going to come up? What's happening with your work? What's happening with work? Let's have a look. What's happening with work? I'm using Tarot Familiar with Echoes of Nature. You know, you do have the power to make decisions yourself. Whew. Let's have a look. Will you encounter any work issues? Oh, okay. Okay, there are some things going to be juggled. There are some things that are going to come up for sure. There are going to be some issues and things coming up. Be confident. Okay, there are going to be some challenges. There are going to be some things come up. There is a sense of trying to find a sense of balance. So you need to be confident. I don't know whether you'll be in trouble, but there'll be definitely be some discussions. You'll definitely feel like you have to make, I do feel like you're going to be juggling some stuff. So you have to be quite confident in the way you move forward here. I think there's a sense of you need to do a lot of thinking about the situation. I think you need to think very carefully before you speak. Okay, don't rush into anything. Just allow yourself to think things through. Sit quietly and think is what I'm getting here before you speak. Think before you speak. Okay, so do feel as though there is a sense of it's going to be okay in the end. Okay, there are going to be some challenges. I think you need to think very carefully before you speak, but I do think you're going to be okay with Four of Wands here. The sense of going to be okay, sense of congratulations, contracts, everything's going to be a-okay. But you do have to think before you speak. You do have to be confident in what you do, because there are some things that you're going to be juggling. So there will be some issues, there will be some stuff that comes up, but be confident in what you choose to do. Okay, be confident in your decisions. Okay, and just think before you speak. Don't rush into anything. Just take a breath and just, okay, but everything will be okay here. I think meditation, reflection, contemplation, a sense of silence is going to be really important here as well. Like I said, don't rush into anything. Just keep you calm, keep yourself tranquil. A sense of serenity within yourself is going to be really important aspect to this whole thing. Don't rush into anything. Don't rush. Just keep things calm, because there are definitely feels like things are going to be trying to find a sense of balance with it all. So just be confident. Think carefully. You're going to be okay. Okay, so let's have a look at the questions from my previous ones here. Now I want you guys to think very carefully. I'm just going to try and finish up the last few that I've got here. I've got about 10 minutes. So this was my last one that I did. Must be Ms. Rick. Right, Ms. Rick. Right, that's what I was up to last. And then I will continue with Mirror. And I'll carry on with the list. Okay, Mirror. And then I'll continue. So, Ms. Rack, how can I get over my anxiety? Ms. Rack, have you looked at bark, flowers, working with crystals? All those things can help. Take a deep breath. Do some shadow work. see what the angels have to say. Right. Let's have a look and see what questions are in chat. So I'm going to finish up with see what questions are in chat before I finish. So I've been on for, what, nearly an hour and a half. How can I get over your anxiety? So what does Ms. Rack need to do to be able to move forward with coping with it? It's not about getting over it. It's about working through it. Okay, so you've got to look at what are you focusing on in regards to your anxiety. What seems to overwhelm you? What's your focus in regards to your anxiety? You've got to find yourself trying to find a way to get calm, get relaxed. Because there's some things in life you cannot control, and there's some things you do. So you need to acknowledge, what do you actually focus on? What's your focus, Ms. Rack? Okay, you've got to take some time to have confidence in yourself, to let things be, to be a sense of stillness, to be a sense of happiness. You can choose to be happy and joyful. Okay, you can choose to change your focus. Okay, so it's really important to look at what you're focusing on as a starting point. Look and acknowledge what your focus is. And once you've got that, you'll find yourself moving through that process. It's not about getting over your anxiety. It's about working through it. You have to work through your anxiety. Don't get too wound up in being trying to get over it. You've got to work through it. And then you'll let the sun shine in on your day. Okay, so you've got to look at what are you focusing on in regards to your anxiety, and work through that process. It's not about getting over your anxiety, it's about working through it. That's the important part. So looking at acknowledging what you're actually focused on is a start. Right. Okay, now I'm going to start working through Mirror's question. Right, let me have a look at here. So Mirror. So I'm really on my last few. So Mirror, did you type in your question? If you haven't typed in a question, I can't answer it. Mirror, Nella typed in a question. And so I'm just waiting for Mirror's question. Always need a question. If you want a question answered, definitely has to be typed in. So I'm just going to go through and do what questions are here. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and do the questions. So whatever questions are written up, I will just go through the chats and do them. How does Daniel perceive me? So if you want your question answered, please make sure it's in chat. And I'm just going to go through them. Waterfall Tarot. I'm just going to go through and do them very quickly with the Waterfall Tarot, I think. Right, how does Daniel perceive you? How does Daniel perceive you? With potential. With potential. Definitely see a light out of the darkness here. So Daniel sees you as someone with potential. and to be a light out of the darkness. Definitely feels like you're a wish, something he can, you know, wish upon, something he wishes for in the moment. Definitely feels like it's your, he's, you know, you can see your potential here, perceives you as someone with potential, someone that can be a wish in the moment, achieve. Okay. Just trying to go through and have a look here with questions. What kind of person is Martin? Okay, Martin is someone who holds on to stuff. He holds on to things. He holds on to all sorts of things. He might have the motivation and the drive, but may not have the experience needed to move ahead. Feels like he's holding on to something. Martin is the type of person who really holds on to something quite tightly. And, you know, he might have the motivation and the drive, but he doesn't have the experience how to deal with things. But he does hold on to stuff quite tight. Okay. Okay, if anyone's in chat, they just need to type in their question, please. Anyone still in chat, if they could just type up their question, and then I'll just finish those up quickly. So if you haven't had a question answered, please type in your question now. So what's the connection between Karen and you? You've got the Tower card here, so the answer is no. It's time to rebuild your future, rebuilding something new. Feels like there's a lot of barriers that need to be broken down. I think there's a lot of enlightenment and understanding in the true thing. It's definitely, yeah, it's putting your emotions to one side. I just don't feel like Karen's going to be your girlfriend. I think it's time to sort of, I think you need to look elsewhere. Yeah, so the answer is no. With the Tower card there. You got to remember, you guys really do have free will. You know, there's a lot of things that you can choose to do. Right, so I'm looking at questions. Any last minute questions? Mira, have you added your question in? I can't do a reading if you haven't typed your question in. So if you're still in chat and you haven't had a question answered, please make sure that you type in your question. Okay, if you haven't had a question answered, please make sure your question's in chat, because I can't do it unless you got your question in there. So I'm just going to finish up with a pick a pile for the moment. Yep, please type in your question if you haven't had a question typed in. You're welcome, Ms. Ray. Right, pick a pile. So what am I going to choose today to pick a pile? Let's do the Rain Coast. Cool here. With Rain Coast Dreams. Right, pick a pile, 1, 2, or 3. and Rain Coast Pocket Tarot. Right, hi, I'm just finishing up. Been on for an hour and a half. I was just waiting for anyone who had been in chat earlier to type in their question. And in the meantime, I'll just do this. Right, pile one was dance without a partner today. It's all about taking care of yourself, dancing with yourself. It's all about respecting ancestors' wisdom. Respect the knowledge that's coming through from your ancestors. So dance for yourself. Dance for yourself, connecting to your ancestors here. So wealth. So what have you inherited from your ancestors in some way? Looking at what you're trying to find a sense of balance in regards to your well-being by dancing for yourself, connecting to your ancestors here. Really is. What have you inherited from your ancestors? Connecting with that energy. Number two is embrace the wind and take flight. So it is about moving ahead here with your goals, your dreams, and what you want to achieve here. It's all about having a sense of inner peace within yourself. You know, it's all about taking care of you. It's all about that sense of harmony. Having a sense of balance, having a sense of harmony in regards to your how much you give of yourself. It's really important, making sure you've got that balance. It's really important here as you move towards new opportunities, new adventures. Feels like everything's sort of moving in the right direction here. It feels like everything's sort of going in. Don't forget about yourself. It's about you becoming the universe. So it's definitely about you connecting to what you want. Choose wisely in what you want. Dream big. Dream, you know, look at your goals. Look at what you want to achieve here. It's time to really sort of think about what's important to you in regards to your emotions here. So there you are. That's the 1, 2, and 3. So if you've been in chat for a while and you haven't typed in your question, please make sure you type in your question, because this is the last chance. I'm just going to pack this up and then I am going to do the last reading. So this will be it. This will be the final reading. So if you've typed in your question, this is it. So yeah, I'm finishing up now. One last reading to do. This is it. So I'm just going to use the Waterfall Tarot. Right. So you want to know whether you'll reconcile. What's going on here with Marcus and you? Interesting. He's just flipped out. As soon as I asked this question about reconciling, no. Okay, your life's shook up. It's shaken up. It's not going to be. It's time for you to start rebuilding your past. It's all about getting yourself back in alignment, getting some healing. Healing is going to be really important for you. Okay, there is no reconciliation. It's time for you to sort of take care of your own needs. Time for you to start getting yourself back into alignment, rebuilding the life. Stand on solid ground. Time for you to start taking care of you. Okay, time for you to think about you. Okay, last one. Oops, I meant to change that last reading. Okay, so I'll do this one, last one. Was Brent happy to see you yesterday? What was going on here? What's the connection? It's interesting because this is all about hard work, all about being focused, being sort of happy in your moment, happy in the moment, you know, focused, things moving quite quickly, things feel very intense. So yeah, definitely felt like happy in the moment. It felt really good. It felt really positive. And then there is a sense of moving forward and whatever that means. So definitely felt like, yeah, Brent was happy to see you yesterday. Felt like there was like happy in the moment, you know, concentrating, focus. It felt really good, you know, when you've got that moment there. So yeah, it just felt very, very good. It felt very happy. I just got happy in the work. So yeah, happy to see you. Happy in the moment. So that's it. No other questions. I've got to get going because I've been on for like nearly an hour and 40 minutes and my time runs out. So that's it from me. Okay. Okay, no worries indeed. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you to everybody. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging around. Don't forget to make sure that you've liked the video. Make sure you've clicked that thumb, shown us a little bit of love. Helps the algorithm. Okay, so I'll see you in a couple of days. Don't forget you can click on the links down below if you want a private reading or one-on-one. Thank you.